For those of you that don't know me, my name is Casey. I used to work at Trio SSS, and I recently graduated with my master's in social work, so I am a social worker, and I'm here to talk to you along with the rest of Trio SSS about domestic violence to celebrate October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I've shared some information, some resources, and things that I think will be very helpful to you as students to protect and empower and vouch for yourselves, but also to be a good ally to others. So, like I said, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It has been in the United States since 1981, and lots of organizations and nonprofits, public groups, and Trio SSS all want to help you recognize the importance of celebrating October and celebrating victims of domestic violence. Next, I want to talk to you about what domestic violence is. Domestic violence is defined as violent or aggressive behavior within the home, typically involving the violent abuse of a spouse or partner. But this is also known as DV for short, interpartner or interpersonal violence, or IPV, dating abuse, or relationship abuse. It all basically means the same thing. Being in a relationship with someone, normally romantic, though not always, in which that person wields their power and puts someone in an abusive situation. Domestic violence happens to a lot of people. 1 in 4 women over the course of their lifetime will experience intimate partner violence, and women ages 18 to 24 are the highest risk group. So this means college students, unfortunately, are at very high risk of being in these relationships. Additionally, 1 in 9 men will experience intimate partner violence in their lifetime. Now, domestic violence against men is often underreported due to stigmas around gender norms, gender roles, as well as our readiness to believe male victims. And nearly half of transgender and non-binary people experience intimate partner violence. LGBTQ+ individuals also experience higher rates of abuse in the homes they grew up in and in their young adulthood, often from the people closest to them. The other risk factors that many individuals in the LGBTQ+ community, like homelessness, lack of stability in work, often lead them to be in situations where there's domestic violence. It's important that we recognize what domestic and dating violence look like. There's something called the power and control wheel. This shows what 2 people in a relationship that is abusive often go through, with one being the perpetrator and one the person being abused. These features are using coercion and threats, using intimidation, using emotional abuse, isolation, minimizing, denying, and blaming, using children as a pawn, basically, using male privilege or any other form of privilege, and using economic abuse. Now, alternatively, there's the equality wheel. This is what a healthy, non-violent, equal relationship looks like between 2 people. There's negotiation and fairness, non-threatening behavior, respect, trust and support, honesty and accountability, responsible parenting, that is, not involving children, shared responsibility, and economic partnership. Now, as much as all of these statistics and warning signs can all be depressing and overwhelming and feel unhelpful, you're right, it is very important to teach you what you can do and how to be a good ally. And so I want to share with you the resources available. At the end of this video, there will be links of anonymous hotlines, but first and foremost, in a much easier, simplistic way, you can be a good friend to someone who's going through this kind of a situation. Further, if you are going through this yourself, I suggest that you get in contact with a social worker or other mental health clinician. They can help you access the resources that you need to get through this. I want you to take advantage of your professors, the wonderful people at Trio SSS, and again your friends, neighbors, family, and community members that can offer you a helping hand. A big problem with people experiencing domestic violence is their sense of isolation. Part of an abusive partner, as we saw on the power control wheel, is isolation. And so whatever you can do to be a person that is consistently in someone's life while they're in a domestic violence or abusive relationship is super beneficial. If you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out to me. I will leave my contact information with you. While I don't personally work in the field of domestic violence currently, I do have several colleagues who do, and anything you share will be in confidence, or if you're just looking for more tips on how you can help a loved one going through this. I hope that you use this information to act positively and help move forward in a positive direction in someone's life or even your own. Here are some resources for you to take advantage of. Most of these resources are if you yourself are in a domestic violence situation, but I'm sure the people at these organizations can also direct you if you know of a loved one that you're looking to access help for. I've also included my contact information if you feel like reaching out to me. Thank you.